form this Zoom chats with each and every one of you, filmmakers who have made these amazing films. We just wanted to have this time out to talk about your film, about projects, about what's happening currently. Of course, you know me. My name is Bright Wonder. So first, to begin with, I think it would be good we introduce ourselves. Let's know each and every one of us and know what we do exactly. The word filmmaker is big, it's large, it's ambiguous. So it would be good we meet you a little more than just being a filmmaker. So please kindly introduce yourself. The first person I have here is Alpha. Yeah, Alpha, please, let's meet you more.
Hi, my name is Alpha Edward. I'm a disaster artist.
I sent you 3.
Alpha, for this festival, you're really going to look for a place where network will permit you because it's really, really cracking. Okay, so let's move to Chris.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, my name is Christopher Okongwo. I am. Should I say what I did in the movie or like what I do?
No, we just want to see you as a person first before we come to the movie.
All right, my name is Christopher Okongwo. I'm a director, producer, and writer.
Okay, and the beautiful lady in the car.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everyone on live video. My name is Abiodun Rose. I'm a movie maker, I'm a producer, a costumier, and I'm a production manager.
All in one person. All right, good to know. Okay, so I think one of the first things we would want to, just chat about briefly, it's we're all filmmakers here, we're movie producers, we're directors, we're filmmakers. How is it making film here in Nigeria? How is it making film? What's the experience like for young filmmakers like us? What's it like making film here in Nigeria?
Okay, should I go first?
Yeah, of course, Rose. Yeah, you can go first.
Okay, so I don't want to say it's been rosy like my name, but because of our passion for making movies, we've made a decisions, or I have made decisions that no matter what happens, I'm going to keep making film. But it's not been easy, even from having access to not even money, not even financial accessibility now, but even properties. When you now struggle to get your money to even have access to properties to use for your production has been crazy. Not to even talk about the financial aspect. People don't want to invest in you. Some people don't even understand what filmmaking is all about. And after talking and talking, they'll feel like, oh, it's not like you want to open a business. It's not like you want to open a boutique that you need money. And it's been crazy. But then you've been pushing it.
Mm-hmm. Alpha, what do you think?
It's interesting making films in Nigeria. There are so many things to inspire someone to make a film. But the biggest problem of film in Nigeria is marketing and distribution. I mean, the distribution framework is very, there's no structure as such, so it discourages a lot of people from wanting to make film. But aside that, it's a very interesting industry.
Yeah, Alpha, I don't know, maybe it's the location, but the voice was cracking, but I think I was able to pick out a few things you were mentioning. You mentioned mainly, I think one outstanding one is the distribution part of it you mentioned, as being a part of the challenge making film here. Chris, for you, what is it like making film in Nigeria, in Africa?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you very well, but please, if you speak out a little, it will help.
All right, can you hear me now? Is it better?
Yeah.
Okay, so for me, I think it's sponsorship. For me, it's sponsorship. Getting people to believe in what you're doing, and then to believe that they can give you money for it. People don't just do that around here. no matter how you try to convince them, even the top shops, I even finding it hard sometimes to get people to give them money. I think that's why we resort to too many adverts in movies. You see, watching the movies and it seems like plain adverts happening in front of your eyes. So I think one of the biggest challenges that we've had, I'm having, is I'm getting investors.
Okay. Okay, nice. Okay, let's look at this. We're here today discussing a project you guys worked on, and the project with sorry, sorry, who's your audio? Thank you very much. Okay, so we're here to discuss your project, and just like on the screen, we have Film for Impact Foundation, Film for Impact Foundation, Film for Impact Fellowship, of which I know every one of us here are a part of. Let's talk about using film for positive change. How much exactly can we achieve trying to use film to create positive change? First of all, is it even possible to be able to effect positive change using film? What's your thought? Yeah, Chris, you can go first.
All right. For me, yes, it's very possible to use film to for impact and kind to impact a lot of people because film is one of the mediums that can engage you visually, can engage you through your ears. That's I think it's auditory they call it. I don't want to. Yeah, so it can engage almost all of the human emotions. It can engage you in sight, vision, and in sight and auditory, and also to some extent, sometimes you can feel like the kind of weather they have there, particularly when the how do I explain? Okay, let's say they're fighting in the jungle, for instance, and the jungle is all wet and all rainy. You can actually feel the kind of wetness and what people feel there because of all of the kind of the way they use the ambience and then music and then sound effects and stuff like that. So you can actually, from the comfort of your house or in the cinema, you can be there when it's happening. Like I don't know how to explain, but I think you understand what I'm trying
Film
to.
gives you that experience
Yes,
of life.
it makes you feel what the actors are feeling in the film. So I think yes, we can by telling good stories like exposing what is happening in the world, we can actually make people feel what people are feeling in different parts of the world. Yeah, so we can appeal to them emotionally to make some certain changes. So yes, I
Oh,
think film is that strong. It's a very powerful medium. And there's something I heard somebody say, I can't remember. He said that if Jesus Christ would come back right now, that he will be a filmmaker because he's going to reach out to a lot of people through films. Yeah.
yeah, because he told a lot of parables.
Yeah.
Those parables,
True.
really. Okay, so
True. To make good movies.
anyone else wants to say something about that? The power of film as a tool for change. Rose, yeah, go ahead, Rose.
Yes, I actually want to say we can actually make changes through filmmaking because I remember before I met this organization, Film for Impact Foundation, even me being a filmmaker, I hardly watch Nigerian movies because I just tell you like we are just trying to be bad influence to people. A lot of people watch movie, old and young, they watch movies, music, the entertainment industry at large. It's a very strong tool to change people's mindset about stuffs. You see people watch movie when they have a role model as an actor or a musician, they start imitating whatever is it they do, they see them do. So I feel bad that we are supposed to make film to correct some impressions and we are doing it the wrong way. But I was so glad when I saw Film for Impact Foundation that we can actually make film that is basically to impact people's life. Now people can begin to see the difference between making movie for just a regular person and trying to make a movie that will change some things in society from bad to good. So when you really want to learn, you want to see an impactful movie, but if you don't want to learn, you know what, now we have options. People want to learn, you know which movie to go to, you know what to look for online, you know which organization to look out for their product, because you know whatever comes from this organization is going to be impactful and it's going to be social change movie. So it's a good thing that we're beginning to see that we're not mixing it. That's one thing about Film for Impact Foundation that I've come to love so much. Not because I don't make commercial movie, because we have to earn a living, but then doing what puts money on the table by doing a commercial movie and trying to still be as impactful as you want to do to please your soul in doing a commercial, to do Film for Impact movie. It's a great privilege, and I think everybody want to key into it. For us, for viewers, you can you can relate to a particular production to make some kind of movie that you know you won't miss it. Every product that comes from them is for a purpose. So yeah, we can do that, and I'm glad that we are doing it.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Hello,
Yeah, so,
sir.
Peter, welcome all the way from the northwest Nigeria. Mr. Peter, you're
Yeah.
welcome. Okay, so you start by introduce
Thank you
yourself.
very much, sir.
More.
Okay, I'm Peter Andrew by name. I'm a filmmaker, and by the grace of God, this organization has transformed my sensibility of filmmaking and enhanced my capacity as well. They've given me a direction. I'm now an impact filmmaker and a developmental filmmaker. I do more of impact films now. I don't think I want to do anything than a film that would impact the world, positively. Like Rose said, we've been making films even before we met this foundation or this organization. Some of us do a lot of commercial films, but those that really knows Peter will tell you most of his films have been channeled towards making impact in communities. Those are the kind of films I've always wanted to do, and thank God I met this organization. They've really given me a boost. And to the question you asked, that's all about Peter. I'm just a filmmaker. Okay, I'm married. Okay, so the question you asked, I want to say film has been a tool for change. It ought to be a tool for change. But the question is, what kind of change? Is it changing you negatively, or is it changing you positively? Is it enhancing your person, or is it taking away from you? So for me, Film for Impact generally ought to be films that impact society for good. For good, it tends to bring some sort of change of certain narratives that have not been, they've probably not been right, or change of a status quo that something they've been doing that you probably feel it's not okay, so you want to talk about it through film. And let me give an example. Hotel Rwanda. Hotel Rwanda. Today, you and I, all of us know what is happening in Rwanda. After that film, I think there was a consensus. They had to sit down, look back to what they went through, and now how do we build? They begin to build on the pitfalls they had. Through the film, I was meant to understand they were able to correct some of their heels. And one of the films that is also making great impact now in Africa is If I'm President. Look at what happened recently. There's a particular scene in that film that depicts as if the person that wrote the script, or Mr. Bright and his crew, maybe they had this prophetic intuition. They knew something like this was going to happen, and they were able to tell us on the film before they foretold us before it happened, and it happened. Now, such films could help, ameliorate such actions. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. The protesters were probably taking a more better stance than, at some point, they went overboard. At some point, they did. Because from the film, it's like what I learned from the film was, okay, fine, we're not going to protest. And at the end of the day, somebody instigated the protest and lives were lost. And if not, when I say somebody, the states, the agent of the states, because I watched the film even I think 3 days back, just trying to pick out something from the film. I discovered the agent of the states were the ones who actually initiated that protest, and at the end of the day, they got what they wanted. So films like that, they're basically meant to change the mindset of the people, and at the same time, the government. So I want to say thank you for giving us this platform, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Peter. Okay, so right now we're here because we want to talk about your films. We have 2 zones right here. We have the North Central and we have the Northwest. Both zones are here. You guys made films that will be premiering at the Africa Film for Impact Festival. So we want to know a little about these films. If Michael is not very busy, Michael, could you help us before we talk about these films? Could you help us with any of the trailers of the films? Can you help us with it, Michael? Okay, so please, Michael.
Yes, no problem.
just help us with the trailer. The moment I see the trailer coming up, I would pause for you once the trailer is up. So now these films are designed to create positive change. From the North Central, we had the film Where is Nana? Okay. And of course, the director of the film is here, the producers of the film, and the crew that made that amazing film, they're all here. And also we had the film from the Northwest, State of Emergency. We also have the director here, we have the producer, the team that made the film. They're all here. So I guess one of the trailers are coming up. Let's watch it. Let's enjoy this trailer. This should be Where is Nana? Okay, Mike, I'm not sure you're sharing your audio, your system audio. Mike, I don't think you shared your system audio, so that's why.
My system audio is sharing.
Okay, so I think maybe you need to share your system audio so we can hear it. Okay, that's the film. We wanted to. Sorry?
Yeah, I'll try it again too.
Okay, try again. Let's get the video before we talk about it. Okay, so while we wait for that to come up, at this point, the director of the film is here, Mr. Chris. So, Mr. Chris, let's first of all, what we want to know is the film. Where is Nana? What's it about the film? Exactly. What's it about the film? Where is Nana?
All right. The film is about Nana, which is our protagonist. He goes against the against the government or the corrupt politicians and stuff. He leads like a revolution against the corrupt leaders, and then of course things didn't go out as he planned. I wouldn't like to say much about the entire film to reveal all the plot holes and everything, but that's basically what the film is all about. It's all about this guy that is trying to that is speaking up Sorosuke for for his people. So it's like a man of the people kind of person, and then yeah, so that's basically what the film is all about.
Okay. So what inspired the film Where is Nana? What's the inspiration behind the film? Yeah, we just got to know what the film it's about, what the film is trying. But what inspired the film? Why did you guys decide to make the film? I mean, Chris can talk, Alpha, Abiodun Rose, anybody in your unit can also respond to it. But you can start from the director. What inspired the film?
I think we had a meeting in our group, and we decided to go with a particular team. That's something that we're familiar with, the North Central, and then we chose a team, and then that team inspired the whole story, and then the direction I want to go with it.
Okay. Yeah, Rose, you want to say something?
Yes, sir. To add to what my director have said, I'm kind of more excited about the story now. I'm just glad that we did the story because things in Nigeria were not this tough when we made decision to make that movie. And right now, as if we also tap from your spirit to know what was going to happen, just like you tap from where you did it. And I feel like Where is Nana is a story everybody wants to cheer people up and let people know that whatever has happened in fighting for a good has things mustn't necessarily go the right way 100%. Because Where is Nana is a movie. Nana himself is talking about a citizen who is ready to die just for things to go well for his nation, who is ready to sacrifice himself for the betterness of his people. And I just feel like for what happened in Nigeria recently, some lives were lost according to people, and people, it's just a spirit to keep moving, that people have to do well. Kind of willing to life for his nation to be. And I think that's just what we need right now, to do what and do it.
Where is this
Sorry.
now? Your audio, please.
Off your music, Lamidi. Lamidi, your mic is interrupting. Thank you.
So as I was saying, I think that's all we need right now, not to relent to a good Nigeria, ready to do whatever it takes, not even for us, but for the generation to come. I'm actually on the street right now, and I'm doing a documentary on the street. And what I keep telling people is, I'm not doing this because of me 100%. I might feel like I've gotten to some level where I can survive, but what am I expecting the world, or what am I expecting the nation to have await my child yet unborn? So I feel that's what Where is Nana is all about. Talking about the future. We are trying to prepare the future of our nation, our dream nation. Yeah.
I strongly agree with you, because I mean, I saw some clips from the movie Where is Nana. I actually was opportuned. I was with the director, and he shared, some of the contents with me, and I was really blown off. And for me, I mean, I got to see the script before you guys made the film, but seeing the film, I was like, whoa. Like you said, I was like, how did we catch this in the spirit to bring it to the physical? Because really, Where is Nana tells you about the current Nigeria, and the need for us to not just Sorosuke and sustaining it. And also, there's a word used there. I saw one of the lines, we don't stop when we're tired. Really, because if you look at, like you said, what happened at the Lekki Toll Gate, and not just the Lekki Toll Gate, the kind of experience we had this period, trying to fight for a better country, given the toll of things, how things turned out, or because I won't say how things turned out, because I mean, it's still a conversation in process. So things have not turned out bad or good or whatever. We're still in the process. So, but we need that fortitude, and I think that's embodied in the movie. Where is Nana? I don't know. I think Alpha wanted to add to that.
Okay, yes, I wanted to, but
hold on, Alpha. Let Michael. Michael wanted to play a trailer for. So, Michael, I think there's something. Michael, there's something with this audio. Why it's not playing out? Okay, don't worry. I think you just try and fix it. Let's move on. Yeah, Alpha, please, back to you.
Okay, yes, Rose has pretty much said what I wanted to say, but just that.
We can't hear you. Your audio is bad. Are you sure it's not the earpiece?
Yeah, it's part of the app.
It's part of the app. No, it's like cracky, very cracky. Maybe it could be network, because it's really, really breaking, and we can't hear you. We can't make out what you're saying at all. We can. Biwana, you want to say? Alpha is not going to be a less privileged today. That thing must work. You must say what you want to say. Biwana, please, you want to impute something about your film? Hello, Bean. We're waiting on you. Okay, that audio thing. Okay. Okay. I think Bean will come back to you. We'll come back to you when the audio balances up. We'll come back to you, and hopefully Alpha's audio also get better. Okay, so let's talk about your film too, Mr. Peter, the director of the movie State of Emergency. We have Mr. Peter. We have Direct. Of course, Farouk too. We'll still come back to you also when we come back to your zone. So, State of Emergency was made by the Northwest. So, Mr. Peter, let's hear about the film, State of Emergency.
Good evening, good afternoon, viewers, and my able organ host. State of Emergency, basically, it's a film that tends to address one of the basic problems I think we have, not just in the Northwest, I'll say the entire North. For now, we have the issue of banditry, we have the issue of Boko Haram, and all these things, all these problems or challenges, so to speak, do have a source. And one of the sources of these problems is what this film is trying to address. And what is that challenge that we're facing that is now snowballing into creating this aforementioned problems? Al-Majorism is a discourse that's been in the northern space for quite a while. I mean, for a long time. And it has not been addressed the way it should be. It has not been confronted frontally the way it ought to be. So we are trying to see if we can use this film to address the issue. And like I often say, we may not solve the problem, but we'll probably give a leeway to solving the problem. There's this issue of the children out of school children, particularly here in the North. And the ones that even goes to school, which they call the Al-Majoris, which we call the Al-Majoris, do they actually get what they go to school for? That is the religious education they want to acquire. Do they actually get that education? Because most times they're on the streets, with a place in their hand, begging for alms. And they're dejected and neglected. Nobody shows them love. Society even frowns at them when we see them on the street. And at the end of the day, what happens? Some of these children want to take it back on the society, particularly when agents of darkness, so to speak, comes in contact with them. They now want to use them against the society because the government and the parents, have failed these children. And this film basically is trying to address this issue. That's what the film is all about.
It's trying to throw us into a state of emergency.
It has thrown us already into a state of emergency.
We're already
right
in a state of emergency.
Yes, we're already in a state of emergency.
I actually believe what you're saying because I think maybe we're joking with this stuff. We're joking with this because nobody ever thought of a time when Nigerians will not just protest. Nigerians are protesting across the globe, but now, like someone described, there's Youth 1 and there's Youth 2. So the Youth 1 stand out to protest peacefully. And then there's a Youth 2 that is ravaging everywhere, breaking not just into palliative warehouses anymore, even into the houses of
private homes.
And so these are those people who were not looked after, who were not. So as much as we don't want to justify that act, no one can justify looting. No one can justify looting. But as much as we're not going to be justifying these things, it's only creating a picture for us. It's showing us that these things could be serious issues if not looked into now, if not taken care of now. So I think, that makes the film very, very relevant in this season, talking about state of emergency. Michael, are you trying to play the trailer of state of emergency?
Manta da wannan duniyar da ake shan wahala garba, za ka kasance. Manta da wannan duniyar da ake shan wahala garba, za ka kasance. Manta da wannan duniyar da ake shan wahala garba, za ka kasance ɗaya daga cikin samarin gidan aljanna. Allahu Akbar!
We are having a situation.
Duk wanda ya baka wannan bomb din
duk abin da ya faɗa maka ƙarya ne. Maza ku je ku kama 'yan siyasar jami'an gwamnatinmu da mahukuntan.
Babu wani abun takaici, abun ban al'ajabi, abun ban haushi shine yadda suke tarkata 'ya'yansu tura su cikin gari almajiranci.
Mu zagaya mu nemo abin da muka nemo mu je a siyo mawa.
Tests conducted on Garba reveals he has pyelonephritis.
Tun da uban kai ka nan makarantar ya aje min kai, ya kuma zuwa ya baka kuɗin sabulu.
Kuna da yawa. We are in a state of emergency.
Yeah, that's a great state of emergency. Yeah, so I can accept really that we're in a state of emergency. After seeing that clip, really we're in a state of emergency. So some other members of the team are here. I mean, I can see Sir Abel. Sir, I greet you, sir. Sir H Concepts, I salute your majesty. Welcome.
Morning, sir.
And also I have Direct Dancer. I mean,
thank you very much, sir.
This clap is for your entire team, for your director who did an amazing job, also did so much to make this film be out. And then to the entire team that joined forces to put it together, Direct Dancer, Sir H, you're here. Some other members of your team, I can't see them here yet. Okay, but I mean, to every one of them, Habila is here. You know, well done, guys. Well done, guys. This was nice. So, how was it? How was it making this film?
I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't see anything. I think they're around. I have that my assistant coordinator. She's here, so I'll let her speak to that. She has a lot to say, I believe. Direct, go ahead, though. Direct, should they hear me? Oh, yeah, go ahead and talk, please.
I didn't hear that. Please, can you ask the question again? So I can hardly hear.
Okay, so Direct, what I'm asking is, I said you guys have made an amazing. How was it making this film? What was the experience like making this film?
Okay, it was a great experience. Very hectic, very but then the experience was a good one because we had a lot of challenges along the line, and then a lot of times, like the beginning of the shoot, we could not shoot because of some little technical challenges. But then afterwards, it went awesome. I think it went well. There were challenges, but then we were able to overcome it. Everybody cooperated, and then I think it went well.
Okay. I would really want to say very big congrats to your team for pulling this through, because what we just saw here on the screen isn't an easy work to pull through. I want to say big congrats to your team. And then I want to say a super stamped big ups to your director too. Because I mean, a couple of times we had communications on this project, and I am amazed how it's turning out. So well done, guys. Well done for a great job. I'm going to come back to you guys. You know, I'm going to come back to you to ask a few more questions. I want to go at this moment. I want to go to Bean. Bean, I wanted to also share about your film. So, Michael, if we have Where is Nana trailer ready to, can we get it?
I need to get some things off my chest. People often mistake my role in all this. People say absolute power corrupts. Absolutely. But I say that is absolute nonsense. For it is the weak that fears power, the strong embraces it.
For how long do you all intend to remain quiet? Look around you and tell me what you see. You see failure, you see degradation, and you see disappointment.
I lost the primaries in my local government.
I see an opportunity to stand.
Deep down, we are all corrupt. We just haven't gotten the right amount to sell our souls.
I'm saying the Christopher touch.
Okay, deep down, we are all corrupt. We just haven't gotten the right amount to sell.
Right opportunity.
Strong lines. Great work, guys. Okay, so can you speak to this film again, Bin? Deep down, we're corrupt, but we just haven't gotten the right amount to sell us. So how true is that?
Okay. Good afternoon, guys.
Good afternoon.
It's been a long time coming, but we're here. And I think that at a point where we are right now in this country, making of Where is Nana stands to be like a prophecy. Something that if it had not happened at the time it did, it would still happen some other time. We are all corrupt. We all have prizes. We all have prizes. They might be different, but we all are. And that is our way of trying to really look at the subject of accountability. Now, when a subject of accountability is always brought to the table, we are always quick to point out to the leaders, those in positions. But then the subject of accountability is something that concerns all of us. When I say all of us, I mean citizens. And so I think this is where the film, Where is Nana, is all about. It's about talking to everybody, although we wanted to really focus on a symbol that represents the situation that we are all in Nigeria. As you can see, we were trying to address systems. You can see in the trailer where a judge is covered with, well, let me not be too revealing because you see it in the film. But then all I'm saying is that Where is Nana? We actually picked this story from an excerpt of where we'll try to look at the life, something that had happened before in this country, the life of Ken Saro-Wiwa, the activist who was killed because he was saying something, because his voice was loud enough, and he had to pay for his life. We're also part of a situation whereby a famous blogger was picked up, Dadieta was picked up, and up to now it's been 2 years, getting to 3 years, and nobody has heard about him. So we wanted to just bring all this realism together and just piece into what a kind of saying, okay, this is where our nation is right now. And okay, so I can I hope that you can all hear me. I can see that our host has left.
I can hear you.
Well, we're hearing you.
Okay, so very well. So all I'm saying is that Where is Nana is all about pieces, a kind of collage from the pieces of Nigeria's problems here and there. And the question, where is Nana? If you look at Nana is, we just don't want to say, where is Nigeria? If you look at it, Nana might look like a name, but at the same time, it's a symbol of Nigeria. It's just another short form of where is Nigeria? Where are we? And so basically that's what the film is all about, and where we all see where we are with the NSAS protests, and how the country has somersaulted into this chaos that Where is Nana had actually looked at even before this happening started in Nigeria. So basically that's what the film is about, and we are hopeful that it's very timely in a situation like that we are in this country.
All right, so the host is not here, and then for some weird reasons, the host stuff fell on my name. So I'm your new host. Say hello to your new host. So yeah, so the light just came back on. I think he'll be joining us in a minute. So let's just give him a little bit of time. I'm sure he'll be here in a minute.
Okay.
Sapi, as we dey wait for.
Najinka. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for?
It's been a while I saw her.
Hello, Sir H. Good to see you too. I just saw your film, and I must say it's a beautiful one. You guys, well done. You must have. I can imagine what you must have gone through in the city of Kano to pull that all together.
Actually,
Congratulations.
It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy, but you know, since we have some of them, some persons who are part and parcel of them amongst us, so it made it a bit more okay. We didn't have a smooth ride though, but we were able to sail through.
Obviously, I think your hand is covering your camera.
Really?
Peter.
I'm seeing you. Okay, yeah. You're right. You want to see my face? See the face. Chris, Mr. Host, oh yeah now.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
Yeah, same here there. It's been a while.
Can you all hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, my network just went to E. All right, so since we're waiting for the main host to join, let me, the acting host, continue the hosting until the main host comes to join. So please let's talk about our challenges making these movies. Let's start with the State of Emergency movie. So Mr. Peter and your team, if you have anything to say about the challenges, and let's talk about the challenges and probably what we've learned from the challenges and how we can move past it in case if we get to those places again. So please, anybody can start.
Okay, new host. Let me take on your question. The fact remains that as a filmmaker, every film you make is a new experience, and every film comes with its own kind of challenges. But for the first time as a filmmaker, I would say this is one of the most tedious films I've ever made. Pretty tedious. I won't go enumerating all that we faced on sets, but I would just say I haven't gone through what we went through. I've learned so much. I've learned so much in making a collaborative film. I don't know if you understand what I mean by a collaborative film. A film that has to do with a lot of hands. If it's your film, you probably know how to go about one or two things. But this is a collaborative thing. This is a group thing, and in group dynamics, we all have our own way of thinking. You could be the one leading the team. You have your ideas. You have your vision. They also have visions. You need to put in their vision and yours together to make it work. So definitely, we should all know that it wasn't going to be a smooth sail. But at the end of the day, we probably war, and at the end of the day, we still come back to the table to look at, okay, fine, this is the direction, this is what we want to achieve, how do we achieve it? So that was how we were able to pull through. The making of State of Emergency, to be very honest with us, wasn't easy. I'll put it that way. It wasn't a piece of cake like I ever thought it was going to be. It wasn't all about the money. Fine, the cash probably was there, but we live in Kano, and the kind of story we're trying to tell, a lot of people didn't like it. There was a mosque we got to shoot the mosque scene. We had a problem. And then I think the next day we're supposed to go back to that mosque to finish a part of that very scene. We're asked not to come back there. Not to shoot the scene very close to the mosque. We're asked not to come around. That Arnes were coming to shoot a film that has to do with Almajiris, it's like telling their story. I don't know if you understand. And I don't know how they got to know, okay, yeah, Peter was the one telling the story because he wrote the story originally, or it was his idea. But this is something I've always wanted to work on. I don't want your noise. This is something I've always wanted to work on. I think I want to say a big thank you to King for Impact to express myself and with the team that came on board to help us ensure that, yes, we were able to tell the story. The street key, the menace.
Mike, please, Mike. Mike, if you
It's a
Mike,
menace. Whether we like it or not, it's a menace, not just to the northern part of the country. Recently, during the hashtag EndSARS protests, the hoodlums used in Abuja were not. If I always want to say it, were not kids who had lived under their parents, under the tutelage of their parents, or were taken care of the way they should be taken care of. Like the one that happened in Kano, one of the talk that was caught, I strongly believe was probably an Almajiri who has graduated from Almajiri to becoming a Yandaba, or whatever we call them here. We call them Yandabas. When they caught him, they were beating him. You know what he said? He was given 500 naira. And he staked his life for 500 naira. You can imagine that. 500 naira. So this is the story we are trying to tell, that if we can, from while they are still young, we're able to address that issue. Parents should do play their part. Government should play their part. We wouldn't have kids like this on the street, which will at the end of the day become a nuisance or become a menace to the country. So by and large, it was an experience that I always want to. I'll say I cherish the experience because I learned so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Peter. So
you're welcome.
Our main host is back again. So I'm officially off the host duties. So
my co-host, thou art well done for hosting in my behalf. Okay, guys, that was, from the slides we could see the film State of Emergency. We're really, really hoping that our country and everybody in this country, everybody in this continent will realize that where Nigeria is today and where Africa is today is a state of emergency.
Yeah.
For me, when I saw the trailer of that film and I saw some of the clips of the film, I wasn't just looking at the emergency thing. Now, the emergency stuff, it symbolizes abandonment, right? When you abandon a child, when you abandon a people, this is what it transforms to. And so we're seeing a continent that has been abandoned for so long. I will tell you the truth. For me, every time I saw those looting, even where some people were jubilating about the looting, the breaking, look at what happened in Jos. Look at how humans were like ants everywhere. That shows you the depth of wreckage, the depth of poverty, the depth of suffering. That's actually worse than the emergency thing. So the emergency thing for me is just like the slogan, EndSARS. So when you talk about reform or end emergency or whatever, you're actually talking about end the suffering, end the poverty, end these things. Because look at Nigerians, a lot of people died from this looting stuff. A lot of stampede happened. In Abuja here, pregnant women died trying to go also take their own palliative. And guess what? They died trying to loot it, not having it the way it should have been. So I don't think it's the best. So we're actually calling for a society that it's well-rounded, not just well-rounded in terms of, especially this all rises and falls on leadership. That's the truth. And leadership is not just about the president. Leadership is about every one of us taking the initiative. That's what leadership is about. We're all leaders. So let's not all look at Mr. President and start shooting. It's the president, it's the president. Yes, a lot rises and falls on the person who sits on that seat. But you, in the little space where you are you leading? For me, that's one of the major lessons I learned from this film. So at this point, let's talk about, your film is premiering at Africa Film for Impact Festival 2020. I think State of Emergency is actually going to be the first film from FIF that will be premiering on the 3rd of November. November 3rd by 7 p.m. The almighty state of emergency hits the ground running. So we're looking towards this film. And what should our audience be expecting from this amazing crew of State of Emergency, Mr. Peter, Camilo, Nicola, Direct, and every one of you in the team? What should we be looking forward to? How many popcorns do we need to get? How cozy do we need to get?
Camilo, go ahead.
Lamidi, please kill your audio. So Camilo, you said we should just be expectant, right? Right. Okay. So please, the Northwest, we would want every indigene of Northwest to see a film. I mean, it's very important we do all those invites to get them to come see a film. You've made an amazing film. The world needs to share from. So,
sir,
7 p.m. So we'll be glad to watch a film. We're very, very hopeful that amazing things will come out of that film. Right?
Yes, sir. Want to. You said what would our fans be expecting, or what people expect? Yeah, expectation. Well, I don't want to. How do I put it? I don't want to be too optimistic, but I want to say they'll go back home, reminiscing about this film for a long time. They'll keep thinking about the story, and then probably make some attitudinal change, as a person, and by and large, it will extend to the country, because, like you said, it's not just about Almajirism. It's more like NSAS. We have a whole lot of problems in the north, and one of the major problems of the northern part of the country is this Almajiri thing. So, how would one feel when you give back to a child and before you know,
whose audio is doing that? Lamidi, can you off this stuff? Lamidi, please.
Give back to a child. I've made some other research lately, not after the film, after shooting the film, some of the persons that I showed the trailer before sending it to you for questioning and all that, because I know how my environment is. It's a very volatile place. You don't know what you put in the film before they say this thing is not supposed to be. You've done something that is not supposed to. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying. So I don't want to have anything of such. So I always like when I do my cuts, I take it out. I say, guys, come and see this. One of them said to me, I think the first time we made a post online about the film, some persons called me, a group in Kano here called me. How come I'm telling a story that has to do with the Almajiris? I told them about Team for Impact Foundation, and I told them I'm not just the person putting the story together. I have people like Kamilu, I have Mansour, who are some Muslims who stay in Kano here with together. So I strongly believe in terms of audience participation, we're going to have a whole lot of people who wants to see the film. They want to see if we are told the story the way it should be told. They have their own perspective. But we've done the film the way we feel it should be presented.
Lamidi, please, whoever is off Lamidi's mic.
So, like I said, I won't be preemptive, but I just strongly believe that they'll go home with something that wants the seat to watch the film. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, because the whole design is to add to society, not take away from society, to make society better. So we're very intentional about trying to make the films, whatever films we're making, we're very intentional about making the films to aid growth, development, unity, because unity is at the heart of whatever we make. So it's not about a particular tribe, culture, religion. No, it's about us. We want to make us better. We want to make us a better place. So I think from what I've seen with the film, it's a well-balanced, it's a well-rounded film. Sir Abel, do you have any addition? Any from the Northwest? Does anyone of you have any addition before I move over to the North Central, where we'll wrap up this section? Yeah, Habila.
Nothing.
Oh, okay, you're fine. You're good. Okay. Another person from the Northwest. So let's come to the North Central. Do we have anyone from the North Central who has one or two things to say before we wrap up this section? That's the poster, the amazing poster of the movie. Where is Nana? Where is Nana? Okay, so from the Northwest.
No Central.
Not Central.
Who want to say a thing?
Yes, okay. So I think the question is what to expect from Where is Nana?
Yes.
Like I mentioned earlier, Nana is Where is Nana is just sorry, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Yes.
Nana is just a question of where is Nigeria, because if you look at Nana as a name, it's just like we don't want to say where is Nigeria, but where is Nana? So Nana is a voice of consciousness. Nana is a voice of unity. Nana is a voice. It's that deep voice within that is telling you that I believe that that's what the audience should be coming at a time like this to see, because we are exactly at this spot in this country where it's what matters is about speaking up. We are in a time whereby silence has become a sin. And so, yes, exactly. So Nana is just a film you should expect to see as that, should we say that ginger for what is happening right now in the country. And we hope that, like Mr. Peter said, we don't want to promise too much, but of course we promise that it will be worth it.
It will be worth it. Nana is your ginger. Nana is your swagger. No, that is Where is Nana. I mean, I loved the picture. I loved the storytelling. I loved the acting. I mean, you guys made a good film. Any other person from this zone wants to say a thing? Not Central. Director extraordinaire. He doesn't talk much. Any final words for us? Where is Nana?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
For me, I'll just tell people to expect something that is not normal. Like the way we told the story from a very not normal way. Like we didn't tell the story like the way everybody would be expecting the story to be told. So we told the story from it was shot from in a different perspective. I wouldn't want to say much again because nobody likes a spoiler.
You don't set yourself up.
But just expect that the movie was just expect something different. Yeah.
Something different.
And also come with your pen and paper and be jotting things down because we dropped some points.
Okay, that's great. Okay, so before we leave, I want to take one more time the trailer of the movie Where is Nana and State of Emergency. So Michael, please play us one more time the trailer of this amazing movie Where is Nana. And for everyone who is out there watching this broadcast, the movie Where is Nana will be premiering. Okay, first of all, the movie State of Emergency will be premiering on Wednesday, on Tuesday, the 3rd of November by 7 p.m. How are you going to watch it? Log to YouTube, search for FFIF TV. That's FIF TV. That's where these movies will be premiering. So if you want to watch movies, just go to the YouTube channel, subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, and click on the notification button so you get notified when each of these movies will drop on the platform. Okay, so Where is Nana? State of Emergency will premiere November 3rd by 7 p.m. and Where is Nana will premiere the next day. That's November 4th. Okay, by 4 p.m. Okay, so you want to watch these movies, these are the times. No, Where is Nana is premiering November 5th by 4 p.m. So you want to watch these movies, this is where you watch them. FFIF TV on YouTube, subscribe, click the notification button. Also, other films in the festival would be screening, but those films are not going to be, they're not going to be public. Those ones are going to be unlisted, so you can only watch those films if you register to be a part of the festival, and its link will be sent to you. So go to www.affif.com.ng, that's affif.com.ng. Go there, register to attend the festival so you can access the master classes and the film screening. You can watch every other film. But for Where is Nana and also the movie State of Emergency. They would be public on Fifth TV. Go subscribe. Michael, let's get the trailers.
Manta da wannan duniyar da ake shan wahala Garba, za ka kasance ɗaya daga cikin samarin gidan aljanna. Allahu Akbar!
We are having a situation.
Duk wanda ya baka wannan bomb din, duk abin da ya faɗa maka ƙarya ne. Maza ku kama 'yan siyasar, jami'an gwamnatin da mahukuntan.
Wani abun takaici, abun ban al'ajabi, abun ban haushi shine yadda suke tarkata 'ya'yansu tura su cikin gari almajiranci.
Mu nemo abin da muka nemo mu je a siyo mama.
Tests conducted on Garba reveals he has pyelonephritis.
Tun da uban kai ka nan makarantar ya aje min kai, ya kuma zuwa ya baka kuɗin sabulu.
Kuna da yawa? We are in a state of emergency.
Okay, that was the movie State of Emergency, and right now we're going to see the second trailer of the movie. Where is Nana? Where is Nana? Where is Nana? Where is
Nigeria?
Yeah, where is Nana? Where's Banana? Where is Nigeria? Where is Africa? Where are we in this scheme of things? I think that's what this movie is here to achieve. So, Michael, let's see the trailer for the movie Where is Nana? Right? Let's go right there. And so for every one of us also, while we await the trailer to play, remember Africa Film for Impact Festival is starting November 3rd through November 7th, 2020. There's a lot for you. I mean, there's Impact Series, there's so much, Women in Film and the rest of them. The join us. Okay, so let's watch the trailer. Where is Nana?
I need to get some things off my chest. People often mistake my role in all this. People say absolute power corrupts. Absolutely. What I say is absolute nonsense. For it is the weak that fears power, the strong embraces it.
For how long do you all intend to remain quiet? Look around you and tell me what you see.
Okay. Michael, you decided to cut us short. Okay, so that is it. That's the trailer for the movie Where is Nana? And we also saw the trailer for the movie State of Emergency. So both movies will be premiering on Fifth TV. Fifth TV is spelled F-F-I-F TV on YouTube. So go to YouTube, search for Fifth TV, subscribe, turn on the notification button so you are notified when these films will start to stream. But remember, the dates are simple. State of Emergency will premiere November 3rd by 7 p.m. While Where is Nana will premiere November 5th by 4 p.m. And Impact Festival, the festival that will be hosting these films, would start up on November 3rd through 7th, November 3rd to 7th, 2020. What are the things we have lined up? We have Impact Series from University of Cape Town, South Africa. We have Women in Film, powered by Women in Film Africa, with Africa, with support from Women in Film International. We also have Film Lab. Film Lab is powered by Film Lab from Wazobia TV. We also have master classes that will be run in cinematography, directing, screenwriting, and also acting. You want to also be a part of that. And then we have amazing films that will be screening at the festival. You want to also be a part of that. And very, very importantly, we have the Impact Award that will climax this event on the grand finale. So we want to encourage you to plan to attend the festival starting November 3rd to 7th, and we'll meet you right there. And we're very sure we'll be having amazing experience. Here on the screen there is the Women in Film. It's an amazing event you want to be a part of. So if you're a female, you want to learn you want to empower yourself to make film, especially films for social change. This is a great event you want to be a part of, powered by Women in Film Africa with support from Women in Film International. So you want to be a part of this amazing event. And how can you be a part of it right now? I think the main registration is closed, but you can still connect on same YouTube channel to learn more, to learn from these amazing people. So thank you very much, team, for being a part of this section, this Zoom chat. So Michael, please bring me back on full screen. I want to see the faces of my amazing people. I want to say a very big thank you to the Northwest Zone Film for Impact Fellowship, also to the North Central Film for Impact Fellowship for joining us in this section. It's been an amazing time with you, and we want to congratulate you on the success of your film, because we believe your film is successful. And to everyone out there that joined us in this section, we also want to say a very big thank you for joining us. We have another section coming up by 7 p.m. that will be involving the South, Southeast, and Southwest. 3 amazing films you also would not want to miss at the Africa Film for Impact Festival. From the South, we have the film Unlawful, directed by Prosper Edesiri, which is powerful team led by Stephen Solomon. And from the South, we have an amazing film too coming out called The Manifesto. The Manifesto will also be screening at the festival. It was directed by Brown Ene, who also happens to be the coordinator of that zone, with support from great, amazing people around him, Ezine, Frances, to Chukwemeka. They're amazing people. You want to see this film they've made. And then when you come to the Southwest, there's a banger coming out of that zone titled Brutal Psycho. That film is part of almost everything that is happening currently in the country. Brutal Psycho, the story of a policeman, the story of a patriot. Some part of this story we've not heard, we've not seen. You'll be meeting them by 7 p.m. So join us on the same channel by 7 p.m. for this Zoom chat with these 3 team of filmmakers. So thank you once again for joining us. See you by 7 p.m. Thank you.
I need to get some things off my chest. People often mistake my role in all this. People say absolute power corrupts. Absolutely. But I say that is absolute nonsense. For it is the weak that fears power, the strong embraces it.
For how long do you all intend to remain quiet? Look around you and tell me what you see. You see failure, you see degradation, and you see disappointment.
I lost the primaries in my local government.
I see an opportunity to stand.
Deep down, we are all corrupt. We just haven't gotten the right amount to sell our souls.
So thank you all very much. See you at 7 p.m. Thank you. Have a great evening.